Every morning before the first light of day, there was a rooster named Leo. With his loud, proud crow, he woke up the entire farm. He announced the start of a new day. He helped the farmers wake up on time. He did his job with pride every single day. But instead of thank you, Leo only received anger. People threw stones at him. They shouted at him. They complained every morning. "Stop crowing. You're ruining our sleep. You're just a noisy bird." Day after day, before sunrise, Leo faced the same insults. He felt unwanted. He felt unappreciated. Then one cloudy morning, after hearing one last angry shout, Leo climbed onto his favorite fence. He looked at the horizon and thought, maybe the biggest act of self-love is knowing when to stop when nobody values your effort. With a tired heart, Leo took a deep breath. He crowed one last time, and then he flew away. He left the farm, searching for a place where his song would be welcome. That night, for the first time ever, silence covered the entire farm. And before dawn, something unexpected happened. A group of thieves entered the farm. They knew the farm's routine well. This time, there was no crowing, no dogs barking, no warning signs. The farmers were sleeping deeply, while the thieves stole almost all the animals. When the farmers finally woke up, long after the sun had risen, they discovered the empty pens and stolen livestock. A heavy silence hung in the air, a silence they once craved but now found terrifying. They realized too late how much they had relied on Leo's daily crow. His warning was not a nuisance. It was their protection. His presence was not just a sound. It was the heartbeat of their farm. They had driven away their most faithful guardian, all because they failed to see his worth. In a quiet valley, nestled between two green hills, flowed a deep and treacherous river. On one side lived a gentle wolf named Luna, and on the other, a fox named Max. They were friends, or so Luna believed. Every single day, for years, Luna carried Max across the dangerous currents on her strong back. The water was cold and the journey was tiring, but Luna did it without complaint. She saw it as an act of friendship, a way to keep her friends safe. Max, however, never saw it that way. He never offered a word of thanks. He never acknowledged the strength it took or the risk she undertook for him. As soon as his paws touched the dry land on the other side, he would simply shake his fur, give a dismissive nod, and walk away as if he had crossed all by himself. For him, Luna was not a friend. She was a convenience, a bridge he could use whenever he pleased. One year, a severe drought struck the valley. The once mighty river shrank, revealing a path of smooth, flat stones that connected both banks. A natural bridge had formed. The very first morning he saw it, Max trotted across the stone path with a proud flick of his tail. He didn't even glance toward Luna's den. He was thrilled that he no longer needed her. He felt liberated, free from relying on her strength. He paraded around the other side of the river, telling anyone who would listen how clever and independent he was, finally able to cross without anyone's help. Luna watched from a distance, a deep and hollow ache spreading through her chest. It wasn't the loss of their daily routine that hurt. It was the crushing weight of his immediate abandonment. The years of effort, the thousands of crossings, the silent sacrifices she had made, they all meant nothing to him. The moment she was no longer useful, she was forgotten. The pain of being used and then discarded felt heavier than the river she had carried him across so many times. She had carried him with love, but he had only ever carried his own self-interest. The weight of his indifference was a burden she had been carrying all along, and now it was a wound in her heart. One afternoon, as Luna sat by the shrunken river, her spirit heavy with sorrow, a wise old heron landed gracefully beside her. The heron had watched their routine for years and understood her pain without a single word being spoken. "You have a strong back and a kind heart, Luna," the heron said in a soft, calm voice. "But strength is not meant to carry those who weigh you down with ingratitude. Your kindness is a gift, not an obligation. You must learn to choose more carefully who is worthy of being carried. Not everyone deserves a place in your journey. Luna listened, and the Huron's words settled in her heart like a gentle rain. She realized she had been so focused on carrying Max that she had forgotten to take care of herself. In the quiet solitude of the following days, Luna made a silent promise to herself. She forgave Max. It was a quiet forgiveness, one he would never know about. It wasn't for him, because he would never understand the pain he caused. It was for her. She forgave him to release the anchor of resentment that was holding her heart captive. She let go of the hurt, the anger, and the feeling of being unappreciated. She let it all flow away, like a leaf carried downstream. She was not forgiving his actions, but she was freeing herself from their power over her. With each passing day, she felt lighter, her spirit healing in the peace she had chosen for herself. Months later, the rains returned. The drought ended, and the river swelled back to its original size, deep and dangerous once more. The stone bridge disappeared beneath the powerful, churning currents. One morning, Max stood at the river's edge, looking across with desperation. He needed to cross, but he couldn't do it alone. He looked toward Luna's den, expecting her to be there, ready to serve as his bridge again. But the den was empty. Luna had moved on. She had found a new home further up the valley, a place of peace where she could run free, her heart light and unburdened. Max was left alone, facing the consequences of his own choices, finally understanding the value of the bridge he had so carelessly burned. Luna, meanwhile, lived a life of quiet joy, her spirit finally at peace. These stories teach us a powerful lesson. Some people will never see your worth, no matter how much you give or how much you sacrifice for them. They will take your kindness for granted and see your strength only as a tool for their own convenience. You can pour your entire heart into helping them, but they will never offer the gratitude you deserve. When you find that your love, your energy, and your efforts are not valued, you have a choice to make. You can continue to carry the heavy burden of their indifference, suffering in silence, or you can choose peace. Choosing peace means recognizing that your well-being matters more than their comfort. It means understanding that you cannot force someone to appreciate you. Forgiving someone who has hurt you does not mean you have to let them back into your life. A silent forgiveness is not for them. It is for you. It is the act of freeing your own heart from the chains of anger and resentment. It is about closing a painful chapter so you can start writing a new one filled with self-respect and tranquility. Sometimes the bravest and healthiest decision you can make is to let go. Letting go of people who drain your spirit, letting go of situations that cause you pain, and letting go of the need to be valued by those who are incapable of seeing your worth. It's about choosing yourself, your peace, and your happiness above all else. Letting go is not an act of weakness. It is an act of profound strength. If you enjoyed this beautiful story and reflection, don't forget to share it with anyone you think might find it useful. Give the video a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos and new reflections for your life. See you in the next video. See you soon.